Alright guys, so welcome to Motivated. Today is a bit different. We have some of my students, my former students, who are now fully in the industry. They have found their foot and they are actually doing amazing things. So we'll just have a conversation around career and we hope someone can benefit from this conversation. Yeah, so Margaret, happy you guys can. I don't know how to start this conversation, but I'm hoping that this can just be a conversation and the audience are just a fly in the room. So Margaret, you're telling us about how much you've grown in the industry. Maybe you can just tell us the transition to where you are right now.
So I think I'm going to start from you being my trainer and then just applying for several internships here and there and then to where I am. So right now I am a systems consultant / software engineer, I think on my own side. So I consult for a company. It's a local company. So and then we do mostly systems. Okay, we have different systems. There are customer management systems, there are ERP systems, and there is also...
It's okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I want them to see your face.
Wow. Yeah. So, and there's also grid systems. So I am in the team for grid systems where we have GIS, we have outage management systems and all that. So I think the industry and what I imagined it to be is not really a defined path for starters. So I think you really just have to touch a lot of few things before you really get to where you are. I'm not where I am, I'm not an expert, but I think I've kind of tested a few apples here and there. And am I comfortable with where I am? Not 100%, but I feel like this is a good place to be in, and it's a good place and a good time to be in tech right now. So especially for ladies, yeah, there's a lot of opportunities for ladies out here. So yeah, we consult and we implement and we do systems maintenance for utility companies.
Example
Kenya Power, yeah. Kenya Power outside the country in mostly African. The Kenyan office mostly deals with the African countries, so there's also a lot of chances to travel, which is also a good thing. Yeah, for instance, I was in Sierra Leone. In January, Feb, and March, and a little bit of April. So yeah, I'm really excited because I got to travel. It was my first time outside the country. Yeah, I was excited. Yeah.
What are those apples that you've tested? We are curious to know.
What?
The apples that you've mentioned. You've tested some apples.
Yeah, the apples that I've that I've beaten, put aside. Yeah, so I have done web development. I have done Android development. I think I still want to do mobile development in the long run. Yeah, I'm still actively pursuing it. So I've also I think I've also tried I was also, but no, wait, that was web development. So anyway, I don't think it's my thing.
Yeah.
Where I am right now, I'm not coding.
Yeah.
I'm more of a consultant and a functional, technical guy.
What is being a consultant? System consultant. What is that?
Oh, it's being like an expert in a system. So okay. You see the company that I work for, we have like systems.
Yeah.
So let me give you an example. A GIS system,
yeah.
like that maps the electricity network of a country.
Yeah.
So I learned the system.
Mm-hmm.
I okay, what we get from the product team is a skeleton of the
Okay.
system. So we have to wash the data, clean the
Clean the
data,
data, yeah.
clean the data, and then put it in the DB and configure the system to how that company wants their specific application
okay.
to look like.
Okay.
Yeah, and then train the users.
So it's like an end user engineer.
Yeah, it's there's a name for it.
Yeah, some companies call it that, end user engineer.
End user engineers.
Yeah.
So and then after, like, now the back side of it, of the configurations and all that, we then train the users of the system
Yeah.
after we roll it out, and then after they've gotten a hang of it, we maintain the system for them, like support and do whatever. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And how has been your experience as a woman in tech?
I think I'm going to start with the positives.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's not many engineers in the I think in the country, but I feel like Kenya,
women engineers, you mean?
Like
Or
women,
overall?
like in the world.
In the world. Okay.
But I'm going to talk about Kenya.
Yeah.
So I think it's nice because it's always different. Okay, when it's a shock. Oh, yeah.
So everyone is surprised that
yeah.
because you're a woman or because of what?
Yeah,
Okay.
like, oh,
Or because you're
not,
young?
Not okay, both. I think so. I think young and both. Being a woman, although that is changing right now, I feel like Kenya has really stepped up, and there are many women now trying to pursue those careers. So yeah, it's always nice. And then I think also just working, I don't know, I prefer working with a lot of males.
Okay.
I'm not hating on the women, but
you've already started.
It's just
You've already started.
It's just, I don't know. I
narrowing down
and then,
to just men in the industry.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Why are you already filtering out women, working with women? You know that's how it started.
Okay.
I'm joking.
It's
fine.
It's just a preference.
It's preference.
I work with some really nice ladies in the office, so I love them. So so, and then I don't know, I feel like you get to really learn a lot at the end of the day, because I find like you'll always get a helping hand. You hamko wingi and all that, so it's nice. And then the gender role. The gender role. So if there are like 10 guys and 2 ladies who are supposed to go to a certain project or whatever. Since there will be equality, possibly 2 of the guys, two of the ladies will go, and then now some of these guys, you see, like there's sparks. And then I don't know, you are toughened or something.
Okay.
Because now you have to match or something. You're toughened. It's considered a hard career and all that.
Okay.
So working with men, you have to be tough. You are toughened.
Okay.
Yeah, which is also a good aspect, having that in life, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so we'll take a break from Margaret, because she's just seen what has been brought. So she's I don't want to make her wait for long, so we can move to Happy. By the way, what did you order?
Carrot cake and hot chocolate without milk.
So what makes this a carrot cake?
I think they have carrot shavings or something.
So the top up is the carrot.
No, in the I think when they are making it, not okay. I think there's also the top
There's
up,
carrot
but
inside.
There's carrot inside.
Okay.
They are making it.
Okay, and this is coffee or chocolate.
No, that's chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay, cool. So we can move to Happy.
Yes. How are you guys? This is about experience sharing all the way when I started having the passion of in software engineering field. either you can call it software development or software engineering. So far currently I'm working as an internship personnel at a company back in Westlands as a developer indeed. So I don't know if this might be too early to say this, but I think there's a need for me to say this. To me, I believe when I'm speaking to you, then you should see an exact epitome of never giving up on what you are really chasing for. As far as it might be long, but don't let it go away. So, as a developer back at a company in Westlands, I'm working on most of the times I'm working on 2 languages, that is Laravel, PHP, and Python, Django. So I started with Python, and then later on, as time went by, I realized that as a developer, it's not something wise to stick to one language. So I had to be spongy enough for me to really get into pace with the new company that I joined, which of course most of their systems do normally run on Laravel, PHP. So I had to learn PHP again at the same time, with which I have to confess right now that it has really helped me to make a very huge step forward. So to developers, I believe you all will agree with me that sticking to one particular language is very tricky, and I really got that sense by the time I started learning the new language, PHP. So currently I'm working on a project that I was given. It is a CMS, customer management service. So it's very interesting, actually. It's very interesting. The only thing that I found in this process of the experience gain is, procrastination is always a disease that I've been fighting for in my entire life as a software developer. So the way I managed to beat that out of me is by imagining how many developers are in the world. So which means by the time I continue postponing problems, they compile, and then later on, sooner or later, I'll be overwhelmed by those problems. So I believe a postponed problem is unsolved problem. And the more you postpone it, the more it becomes so much full of strength, and it will be very hard to beat it out of you when you continue entertaining it. So to me, I think that is out of my life, and that has been making me move with so much hunger to solve problems. I've been always in need of solving problems until I found this field as a software developer, to always solve problems, again and again and again. So this journey started long way back in my mind, and until it became flesh now. It is now real. It is something I'm now into it. So when I got into that, this creature called software, I realized that it was not hard, it was not easy, but I have to conform with the nature that it had. So actually it has made me tough. Out of software development, I believe I've been always applying the knowledge outside software, which is also, honestly, the knowledge outside there that are much applicable to software development. For example, human relations, communication is key. How we relate back at work has really helped me. I used to be a shy guy. I used to fear ladies, by the way. So
software solved that. How did software solve that?
This is how software solved that. In that field, you are needed. you are needed because you can't be having Zoom meetings all the times. You have to be there.
Yeah.
And when you go in the office, you have to talk to people. You want to talk to robots. You have to talk to people. So when I go back home, I say that no, I have no option. I'm now dealing with people here. So what is now the best solution, or what is the best approach I can give so that I can remedize this problem that I have of being shy as a software developer? Honestly, as long as you are shy as a software developer, you can code well in a room alone, but when you go outside there talking to a client, you will fail in so many things, because client does not even look at one of the things that clients look, apart from you being a good developer, or what makes a good developer, because some clients are very wise, they're very sensitive, they're very analytic, they know how to analyze how most of these developers normally conduct themselves. So communication begins as the primary step here. So I ended up I forced myself into that situation where I now had to sweep off this shyness away from me. So it helped me a lot, and currently I'm telling the truth, if to be ranked top 10 most of the confident guys maybe in Africa or in the world, then I believe I can never be left out. Yeah.
I'm just happy he's talking until our teas, our drinks are getting colder.
Yeah. So
maybe we can continue this after.
So we will continue with this after our meal.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.